Welcome to day one of 365 days of stability moments. This is going to be fun. We're going to have 365. So today is the first day, April 1st. Welcome. And let's talk about the first one. Have you ever gotten a text? And I mentioned this in a past video, but have you ever gotten a text that just threw you off? Maybe it really upset you, or it just was somebody broke up with you over in a text. The things that happen in a text because maybe we don't have context. So the truth is that's a stability moment or a moment of instability depending on what's going on. And what happens is your brain is making sense of something. So you're not really reacting to the text, you're reacting to the meaning that your brain made of what that text said, which is a very interesting thing because we talk about programs here, and the programs that are driving you, your subconscious, remember, over 77% of your programs are negative, harmful, stop you, hold you back, sabotage you. It's not you, it's your programs. And this is what happens, like when you get a text and you're just like, what? Or, your brain makes meaning of it because your programs are running. So again, that's not you, that's your programs. Yet, the model that we have been talking about, if you go to the last two videos, is the stability spiral. And the stability spiral, the reason I created that was because I could not find stability. I was looking for normalcy. When my husband, before he passed, which has now been about 15 months now, and it was just such it was so I'm not going to say traumatic, but it was a shock. We did not expect for him to pass, and so, but even still, even he was in the hospital for several months off and on, and then in long-term care, and we just kept expecting him to get better, and then took him home, and 2 weeks later he died. He passed. And so that talk about instability and not having the stability of someone that was with you, that you were with for 35 years. Your brain is wired with that person in it, the conversations, the routines, all of that. And so looking for normalcy, which there isn't, is how I moved into this. So the 365, I'm excited to bring this to you because stability comes from within. And going back to that model, there are two states, again, not two types of people, but two states that I created in this model, and you can download it. It's always going to be in the show notes for these. But that is the stability spiral. And the two states are the programmed reactor, who just reacts, their programs are in charge, and whoop, they just spiral down. And then on the other side is what I call the internal operator. And that internal operator, what's the difference between the two? They take a pause, and all the chemicals, all the adrenaline and the histamine and cortisol and everything, like just flooding through the body, it's like stops it and slows it down. And like our parents would say, count to 10, or somebody might say count to 10 before you do anything. That's it. Take that pause. You don't have to count to 10. Just take the pause. You're aware, you take the pause, and that right there. Now, if you can create a micro stability, like taking a breath, a vagal breath. So the vagus nerve, the way to reset that or to activate that is you breathe in, say for 4, and you breathe out for more. So 4 in and then 6 out. And that is going to activate that vagus nerve and get you to settle down and make sure that those cascading chemicals don't go through your body and keep going. Those can be in your body, those chemicals, cortisol, adrenaline, hours or days or weeks or months or years. Where does dis-ease come from? So that's inflammation. It creates inflammation. So you can literally just stop that in its tracks. So back to the text that you're like, ah, or, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person said that. Or did they really mean it that way? Or whatever it is that has you wondering and ready to react. Not just like, did they really? That right there is a pause. Like you're asking yourself. So that's not a good. That's not a good example. But the example is, arg, like just like upset about it, or just ready to react. So so that is, or scared. It could be fear. Like somebody says, I'm never going to do. I don't know what. Something where you have fear around it. Like, oh, they're taking all the bread get to the store and get toilet paper, the from back when there was no toilet paper and everybody rushes to the store and cleans it all out. And anyway, no pun intended. So you get you feel fear. And so, but here's the thing, again, you are in that state. A person is reacting to, they're reacting to the meaning that they gave it, the meaning that their brain assigned it. You're not really reacting. A person in that state is not really reacting to the actual text. So I just wanted to say that. So remember, you can take a pause, you can breathe or do a microstability, as I call them. You can stack those microstabilities. I have it as an island right now, which I'm going to change the model to reflect stacking the microstabilities, like taking some time and push and going to your favorite store or to a baseball game or to whatever it is, but going for a walk and listening to a favorite song, listening to a podcast, something that feels stabilizes you, literally will bring back some capacity so that so that cup that's ready to overflow and not in a good way starts overflowing. You're actually ladling out a little bit. So you have more capacity for more to be able to move through. Then you can find clarity in that moment. And then you can move forward making a good choice, meaning a choice that comes from the parasympathetic rather than being in survival in the sympathetic mode. So this is where we want to move from, which is why I call it the internal operator. You are in charge, you are aware, you are in control of your emotions and the foundation of who you are. You are standing in your own authority and you're making decisions from that place rather than from rushed or reactionary. And that is the programmed reactor. The state of a programmed reactor is just boom, they just make a decision and shoot right back and be upset. So, or respond in a way where they days later or hours later or minutes later, man, I wish I wouldn't have sent that text back. Man, I wish I could take that back. How about with a fight? We're going to be talking about all kinds of things. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about when you overreact and you can't stop thinking about it. We'll talk about that as a stability moment. So, because you do not have to respond right away for that text, just tell yourself, I don't have to respond right now. Take a breath. I don't have to respond right now. And you don't. You don't have to do anything at all. So that's the story. So choose for it not to take you down, because you do have a choice. Isn't that exciting? So that is the first stability moment, is a text. We can all identify with that. I've done it. I've shot a text right back. What? So anyway, I think most of us are, at least we know about it. It's very relatable, right? Okay. Well, I love you so very, very much. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be on our 364. So you can do, be, have, change, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. And don't forget to download the PDF, and we will see you. It's in the notes, and we will see you tomorrow. Ciao.